Oh my gosh, the key wasn't on. If you want to do it right, do it twice. To the new fuel sending unit and test that. Take 4. Now I can really open up the sinuses. Hey everyone, welcome back to Dockhand's Big Adventure. It's Reese Dockhand. Behind me is my 1965 Mustang Deja Vu, and it has a bad fuel sending unit. So my fuel gauge doesn't work. I have to use the miles to understand where I'm at in fuel level. And we're going to try to replace that today. This is about as archaic as it gets. But, you know, this is a 65 Mustang, so not a lot of technology in this. We are hopefully going to have an operational fuel tank because we are going to go to the Mustang Club of America's 50th anniversary car show in Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks to Gary and Bonnie who have graciously invited us, but it'd be great to know where the fuel level's at. So what we're going to do before we install this, because I have a friend, Danny, at Danny's Classic Garage, who has a 65 coupe, who's probably replaced 3 of these, and he says that none of them work. So before we pull it off of our gas tank, we are going to connect this wire to the unit and just fluctuate the fuel level like this to see if it's operational, and then we'll go ahead and install it. So let's get started. First things first, we're pumping out the fuel. We are going to get all the fuel out of the car that we can get. We'll go ahead and do that now. It's a little bright, but here's the back of the fuel tank, and that is our fuel sending unit, the old one. We see that wire, it's probably got an 8mm nut on it. And then over here, we could drain the fuel a little bit more if we think that we need to. I took about 5 gallons out of it already, and it was really low. So I feel confident that I can open this up, but before I do, I'm gonna pop this off and then we're gonna test the other unit. Now that we got that off, the only way that I could check if the gas gauge is moving is set up another camera, because I'm the only adult in this house right now. So we're gonna have the GoPro set up where we're gonna move it, and then we'll use a handy dandy cellular device to record if the gauge is moving. So let's get that situated. We officially set up the iPhone. We're gonna do a clap sync, and that's gonna allow us to sync to make sure that when we move the gas gauge, the needle moves. So we'll go ahead and turn the car on. It's a little difficult to get down here. All right. Full fuel, out of fuel, full fuel, out of fuel. All right, let's go see. And I don't see any movement. I don't know that the test's concluded with any sheer doubt. Well, just called Kevin Colliff, and he explained to me that the sending unit has to be grounded in order to complete the circuit. So that's why we weren't seeing anything in our initial tests, and gave me a tip that if I wanted to test the gauge, you could really quickly grab that wire that we attached to the new sending unit and briefly touch the gas tank, and that should peg it out to full fuel, and that would test our system. But don't leave it too far because you might short something out. But now we know the gas tank should be grounded, so we'll touch the new sending unit to the gas tank and run the test one more time. This is test number 2. iPhone in place, clap sync. Okay, and touch it to the fuel tank, and no fuel, full fuel. Let's see if that did anything. No movement whatsoever. Did I blow a fuse? I guess I gotta check to see if the gauge works at all. So now we're gonna run the test of touching that cable to the gas tank. And if that doesn't move it, we got problems. And nothing. If that doesn't move it, we got... Not a single wiggle. If that doesn't move it, we got problems. Oh my gosh, the key wasn't on. I thought because the lights... Oh. Reese. I thought because the lights were on, the key was on, but that's because the doors were open. Now let's run a test. Let's do the gauge test first because it's already taken apart. All right, we should at least get a wiggle. There we go. All right, we got a wiggle. All right, now we got to put it back to the new fuel sending unit and test that. Take 4. Full. Empty. Full. Empty. Well, I think I could see the needle coming down. Come on, baby. Moment of truth. Full. It's moving. Oh yeah, baby. Looks like once we put this in, we might have a working fuel gauge. That concludes today's test. Thank you, Kevin, as always, for helping me out. Gosh, so thankful for him and his beautiful design. And we're gonna get this thing replaced now. Let's go to work. First things first, flathead and a hammer. We gotta get the old one out. Time to get this one off. Of course, I get all the way underneath the car and I don't know if I turned the key off. No, I didn't turn the key off. Let's go ahead and turn the key off. And then go to work. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, right? Oh, glad I have a flathead because I'm gonna need to take this fuel off. That's gonna make a mess, huh? Oh, gotta get an oil pan. Another trip out the car. This has to come off. Now I can really open up the sinuses. Oh, freaking reeks, dude. I need to get air down here. Let's get this dang thing off. Oh, we still got a float. I didn't think I would see that. We can do this. New one's gone in. I do hope I put that in the right direction. Oh my gosh, we forgot this. We're gonna want that on there. If you want to do it right, do it twice. Is one of these smaller than the other? There we go. Now find that lost bolt that we lost like 15 minutes ago. I wonder if this wire is being grounded and that was the problem the whole time. I'm wondering if this backside of this is touching that and it's grounding it. So we're gonna put some washers on this and get it sticking out a little bit more. That could have been the whole problem the whole time, is just some interference. Everything back in, put some fuel in it, call it a day. Gosh, so tight. Well, it could have been that this wire might have been grounding itself to the unit or it could be that the sending unit was bad. It still had the cork on the outside of the float, so, you know, it's hard to tell. I guess I could have tested it before I put that wire back on. But it's on there now, so we're gonna go get fuel, and we're gonna see if this thing is operational.
2 hours later.
Well, we put in about 9 gallons, a little bit more than 9 gallons, and so far we haven't sprung a leak, so that's good. Moment of truth. Gosh. Will we have the proper fuel? Oh, baby. What I think to be an operational fuel gauge.
Can I see?
Nothing like a do-it-yourself job today, completely. Coming out of my comfort zone a little bit. I don't like to do this stuff, but it's the joys of having a classic and keeping it on the road. One thing about being safe is knowing how much fuel you have while you're on the interstate. Trust me, I know I've already ran out of fuel on our drive back from cruising the coast. So now we have an operational fuel gauge. We have 3/4 of fuel. We'll always double check with the mileage, but that's it. That's for me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Take care.